Few things are 100% when we're studying people, and sentences such as "now everyone uses the internet" are easily dismissed and will lose you marks in your essays. Instead, you need to be more cautious in your statements. You need to hedge your language.
Oh, okay.
A hedge can change a very forceful statement into a much softer one, and they show that you're aware that other ideas and opinions are out there. Hedging is often done by changing a single word, for example changing will to may or might, although sometimes hedging is done by adding a whole new word. Have a look at these two sentences. Social media triggers mental health issues. And then a hedged version. Social media may trigger mental health issues. The first sentence suggests a high level of certainty. It's presented as a fact. The second is more tentative, meaning that you're less sure, suggesting that mental health issues will only occur in certain circumstances or under certain conditions, but not necessarily all the time. The first statement would be really difficult to defend, but the second could be argued more easily. Hedging then allows us to make claims based on how much evidence we actually have. And you'll know how much evidence there is because of your note-taking. So if there's a lot of evidence for something, then we can use strong language to show that. But if something is less sure or doesn't happen all the time, then we can hedge the language to show that this is the case. And this helps us to avoid, or at least reduce, criticism of our work. There are huge numbers of words and phrases we can choose from when hedging, and it's important to choose the one that most accurately represents what you're trying to say. Let's take a look at another example. In this sentence, the use of the word probably indicates that the evidence is pretty strong. But in this version of the same sentence, the more tentative word could has been selected, indicating actually that the evidence is quite weak. Hedging can also be used when an idea has later been changed or refuted. For example, Johnson appears to ignore the adverse psychological side effects of selfie culture, or the role of social media in protests may have been overstated. A wide range of words and phrases can be used in hedging. So here's a table of some of the most common. You can also hedge your language through the use of reporting verbs. I've got a whole video about those, so take a look and see how they work. Remember, in the social sciences and the humanities, few things are certain. So be sure to hedge your bets with some careful use of language. There's more on using language in your essays in my Student Study Skills Guide, available to buy or download from the University of Westminster Press.